Do you remember your first show, your first performance?
Yeah, I remember my first show, but I don't know my first performance. Yeah, but I don't remember where it was at. But I don't remember the name of it. It was somewhere in the city. I remember.
After the prison release?
Yeah, after.
Obviously, shows have changed for you since then.
Yeah.
But your first show, can you take us back? You don't remember the name of it, but can you take us back to your experience the first time you performed? Did it go according to plan?
Yeah, it did, because I just started rapping like 2 years ago. So the song that I performed, it was Don't Run, like my first real show. And everybody knew it already, so it was easy.
Because when people do their first show, they have a vision of what they think it's going to go, how it's going to go, how they're going to be perceived, how the crowd is going to be. And sometimes, especially on the first show, it may go according to plan of what you envisioned. And sometimes anything and everything can go wrong on the first show.
Yeah, you can get booed or something.
You can get booed, the crowd's not messing with you, something happens on stage, that sort of thing.
Yeah, nah, that ain't happened to me.
But for you, it was...
Thank God.
But for you, it was easy breezy.
Yeah.
Were you nervous on your first show?
Nah, not at all.
Not because you don't get nervous, period, or because you knew the crowd knew the song?
That's a good answer. I don't know if I get nervous or not. I'm just a go-getter type of guy. Like, fuck it, this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna show my ass no matter what. So I don't think it was because I was nervous. I would think because I just didn't care.
Now, when I do these types of interviews of this topic with artists, a lot of artists tell me they do get nervous. Even if they're under the influence of a certain drug, they still get nervous. And I would think it would be the opposite. I would think you wouldn't get nervous when you do a certain drug. But do you, out of all the performances you've done, okay, so you released from prison 4 years ago, you start rapping 2 years ago. Since then to now, has there been a show where you have gotten nervous at all? A certain type of crowd, a certain place you've never done before? Just thinking back in your 2 years of performing, has there been?
Nah, and I performed some big places, so nah.
And the amount of the crowd you're performing, how big this show is, it doesn't faze you?
I just psych myself up, so nah, I don't be nervous.
How do you do it? How do you psych yourself up?
I just act like everybody's against me. You know what I'm saying? It's me against everybody, and I just go out there and perform and give them my best.
When you did your first show, and of course now you've performed several times, when you did your first show, how would you rate yourself back then? Scale of 1 to 10, how good did you do that first time? Seeing how you perform now, knowing what you know now, how would you rate your first performance?
Probably like a 6, because I really wasn't moving, but I was turned all the way up. But I wasn't, I learned now how to move to each corner of the stage, you know what I'm saying, interact with different fans and interact to different people in different stages, you know what I'm saying, of arena, you know what I'm saying. You might see somebody with a white hat fall, you just like, I see you. That was the part I learned at the end, just to interact with the crowd more.
You said to psych yourself up, you make it feel like everybody's against you.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you perform, not everybody's against you.
Not at all.
But there can be that one person or group of people, you know, they call them hecklers, they call them haters, that just aren't feeling your performance, may not personally like you. How do you deal with that while you perform?
I don't pay attention to it, truthfully. If it was, I wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't pay attention to it. Because it's like really hard to tell, because once the lights are shining on you, you really can't see nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really, if you're paying attention to that, then you get caught up. But I don't pay attention to that. I just vibe.
So far from your performances, what do you think your best show has been? in these 2 years, out of all the ones you've done so far at this point? Best Casanova show so far?
My best would be when I brought my daughter out and I just saw the whole Barclay light up. I put my daughter on stage with me and she was turning up with me. I think that was my best show ever.
Was that spontaneous or was that premeditated? You knew you were going to do that?
No, it was kind of spontaneous. Like, I brought her to the show with me and then I'm like, you want to come out? And then she was like, yeah. I was like, all right, come on. And then she just went up there. I said, you scared? She was like, nah. She just went up there and just started jumping up and running around with me. And I was like, oh my gosh. It was lit.
Favorite city to perform at for you so far? Maybe best reaction, or you just like performing in that city?
Vegas.
Was it, you like performing there, or was it the best reaction you've received?
No, the best reaction was in the Barclay.
Okay.
But, yeah, favorite city was Vegas. They showed me a lot of love, too.
Now, on the flip side, what's been the toughest city for you to perform in so far? Maybe the crowd wasn't for you, you kind of got them back, or maybe it's inconsistent, you perform there, it's good, another time it wasn't the best show.
I don't know. I can't call it. I think everybody showed me love.
Now, what's been, okay, also on the flip side, what's been your worst show so far? Maybe things didn't go your way, everything was bad.
I think my worst show, it wasn't bad. My worst show was when I think it's not the worst show. I think something happened where the remix of the song played instead of the regular song.
Oh.
And the people wasn't there, so I had to kind of rap the people that was on the remix. I had to act like, so they waiting for probably Young and May to come out and she never comes out. And I'm just rapping her part. And I'm like, I was so mad.
Embarrassing? Mad?
I was mad, but the people, I guess they thought Young and May was coming out and she had to come out. But
so you could see and hear the excitement that, snap, this person is about to join hands, be on stage with Cass, and she's not there.
She's not there. She's not.
Oh, that's tough. Now, okay, what about, not every show you're 100%. Sometimes there's going to be a show where you're just under the weather, maybe sick. Mm-hmm. Have you had that happen yet? And how do you get through a performance like that when you're under the weather there?
I don't think I performed under the weather yet.
Not yet?
Nah.
Very good. That can be tough for some people.
Yeah, tired, but not under the weather, not sick.
Have you done multiple shows in one day or one night before?
Yeah.
How do you get through something like that?
Red Bull. Red Bull, sleep in the car.
Now, okay, somebody watching this, okay? Mm-hmm. Maybe it's about to be their first time they're performing, right? It could be a rapper, could be a singer, just anybody in music. And they're watching this and they want some advice from you. Somebody performing for their first time ever. Any general advice you would tell that person watching this?
Put it all on the line. Because you never know who's in the crowd. A lot of people see me and be like, I love your performance. And I'm like, what? Where? Oh, for real, you was there? Yeah, you kind of gain a loyal fan through your performance.